Ram down, boys, ram down. She's on a flatbed. Eco diesel down. Okay, so right now I'm just driving to the storage unit and we've got Amanda driving the Eco Diesel behind me. That thing looks gangster driving down the road. I've only ever been driving it, but it looks so good driving down the road, and even at nighttime, like the headlights and stuff, she's looking pretty legit, boys. But anyways, the Eco Diesel is nothing wrong with it. But if you guys ever have AAA and you go buy a vehicle, there might be something wrong with it all of a sudden, and you can make your way home with two vehicles. But if you guys get what I'm saying. So anyways, we ended up getting the Eco Diesel towed most of the way back, and then stayed in a hotel last night, and then yeah, now I'm getting her to follow me over to storage. And I think what the plan is, I went and picked up some oil for this thing. So I've got an oil and a filter to do an oil change. And then what my plan is, I don't know if this guy's trying to race me. I think he is. He wants to smoke. What my plan is to change the oil in this thing. And then I was going to leave the Eco Diesel at storage. So we'll see what happens. Oh. I don't know if he follows the channel, but he's doing all sorts of gang signs. All right, so here it is. I don't know what the history is on the oil change. The dash says that it was last reset like 4,000 miles ago. And I also don't know what kind of oil is in it. And another thing, you guys haven't seen under the hood, but it definitely needs a good bath. So I'm not sure if I'll get to that today, but definitely gonna be cleaning underneath here. It's got freaking leaves everywhere as well. So I'm gonna dump the oil right now. We do, I believe, have an intake coming from Holly Performance. So we'll have an intake on its way. So I don't even know if there's a point in checking the air filter. As long as it's got an air filter in it, I think that's probably good enough for now. But we will be taking this to Florida with us. So I could take the Eco Diesel to Florida, but I'm actually going to leave the Eco Diesel here in Texas. And then we're going to take this with us. That way we have something to do some content on. I also have some exciting news. I don't want to jinx myself, but it looks like the house in Florida might be a go. So everything seems to be going well this week, but let's go ahead, dump the oil, and get that done. All right, so there we go. We're draining it. So definitely don't feel bad about draining it because it's kind of dirty. So gonna get all this out, let it all come out of there. Like I said, on the dash it said it was changed 4,000 miles ago. So don't know how accurate it is. But actually the dash said to go to like 8,000 miles. It said it was only 50% and it was 4,000 miles ago. So I don't know what the heck kind of weird programming is in this, but we're getting that old oil out of there. Okay, I don't feel like getting up, but here is the Mopar oil filter. If you guys don't know, you can get them from Walmart, but I'll link them down below if you guys don't know, but they're only like 10 bucks. So anyways, I already took the old one off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the new one on. This is, if you guys watched me change the oil on the Eco Diesel the other day, that's what I was saying. It's a lot easier to do on the Eco than laying underneath and getting showered with oil. I showed you guys a couple tricks where you can like put a plastic bag around it, but anyways, she's on, oil's drained, and then let's go up top. All right, so 520 on the cap, 520 synthetic. Everybody likes to fight over brands, but this stuff will get the job done. And let's get it in. All right, so that's what we got on the clock, you guys. So she doesn't have that many miles on her. And then this is where I wanted to show you guys. Where the heck is it? I'm not familiar with using this menu here. Oil life. So it says 4,800. You can see there, 4,865 miles since reset. 52% good. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I would like doing that. So anyways, I'm gonna reset it there. So we're good to go. Oil's changed. All right, boys. Well, I had to get the two of them side by side just to see, I guess, the color differences. But just the like sheer size difference. Like, you originally think that this is small, and then you put the Dakota next to it, and it just absolutely dwarfs it. And just to give you another perspective, there, and then there. So it is so much smaller. It is just crazy. But they're both super cool. I personally prefer the blue on the Dakota. Like, I would almost, maybe some guys might get mad at me for saying this, but I would almost want to repaint that to be a similar color blue as the Dakota. I'm like obsessed with the blue on the Dakota. It's a lot lighter blue in my opinion versus that navy color. But let me know what you guys think down below. Which color blue do you prefer better? The other thing too, like I was mentioning, is this blue seems to shift a lot more. Like, you know, obviously the sun's going down and we're kind of just almost getting into nighttime here, but this looks navy blue, but in the sun it looks a lot more like that blue. So it's kind of cool. This one shifts a little bit, but let me know what you think. Which blue do you guys like better? Okay, so I also just came down here to double check our fluid. So our differential fluid is clean, doesn't smell, and it's up to level. So other than the transmission, which at this mileage we should still be fine, there's no leaks and it's a sealed unit, and there's no dipstick, we're good to go. All right, I said I wasn't gonna check, but I figured I'd check anyways. So air filter, it's not a K&N, but it actually looks pretty clean. So it's not terrible. So she's road trip ready. Also checked my coolant. So we got new oil, coolant level's good, air filter looks good, differential fluid looks good. It's not really, I mean, windshield washer is kind of whatever. Can always add that as we go if we get a low fluid light, but ready for a road trip to Florida, boys. All right, so we got the single cab loaded up. I need a bed cover because I can't fit all my stuff in the single cab, but just put some gas in. Got your boy over here with another sticker. What I actually am gonna do, my speedo I've noticed is quite a bit off, so I've got my tablet there and I've got my Alpha OBD. Let's go into the settings real quick. I want to adjust it because this is probably programmed for 20s and somebody's got 17s on here because my speedo is off like at least 5 miles an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can change that. All right, so here we are with Alpha OBD. We're connected to the body controller. We're gonna go down here and we are in program tire size. So we'll select our tire size. Let me see. Jason is going to laugh at us when we get there. We got Ling Longs on here. 265 70 17. Let's go find that. Okay, here we go. Goodyear Wranglers. I don't have Ling Longs in here, but 265 70 17. So click those and then we'll hit start. Yeah, see, right now it's set up for 20s. So you can see the 275 60 20. So that's why my speed is way off. So we're gonna hit next. Procedure completed. All right, so that's all done. So we're gonna go for a drive. I'll update you guys on the speedo. Hopefully it is accurate, but I'll compare it with Waze on my phone and the GPS and we'll see what she's got. All right guys, so the speedo is fixed. So it's a lot more accurate than before. It's pretty much bang on. So I compared it with my phone and we're good to go. Also, here's the lighting. These are the factory quad headlights. This is with the factory fog lights turned on, and then here is with the high beams on. But right now the factory settings are for the fog lights to turn off, so they disable. So if you'll notice, you'll see the wider lights turn off once we switch to high. So we'll change that with Alpha OBD later though, but yeah, right now that's what it's set up for. All right, there's the 8-second race truck in current form. Hey! He said it don't do nothing. It's just taking down the strip like that.
Watch out.
So we're back at Jason's shop. Also, we were talking about shops because I might have a little announcement. I don't want to jinx it, but I might have a shop coming on the channel that's similar size. But he's got some, what do you got? You got some headers for us maybe. So I think we're picking these up. I'm not putting them on anytime soon because we would have to make up a lot of exhaust on them, and I'm not equipped right now because all of my stuff is in storage. So these are Stainless Works long tubes. This man runs them on pretty much everything. He said they are.
Stand by, man. It's a fantastic quality. I love it.
Yeah, no, I agree with these guys. And it comes out on a true 3-inch. And I don't know, I haven't even stuck. There's a dark old hole in there, so we ain't seeing much of nothing. But these are lightly used, as you can see. But I mean, they pretty much, after you run them for a week, they're gonna look like this anyways. So, yeah, we're gonna throw these on. You can't even see it, but the blue truck eventually. But I was double checking. I guess the D ports are also on the Hellcat, right? So we shouldn't be. Are they the same size though?
Hellcats normally run a little bit larger diameter. They run a 2-inch.
Do you think?
When those guys, you know, they start upping the power, upping the boost, and all that, they'll run a 2-inch primary. But for what you're going to do, I think that'll be plenty fine.
Should we? Well, I don't even think we have the option unless I go custom, right? Nobody makes a 2-inch primary header for a Ram truck.
Actually, the TRXs, yeah.
Oh, are they?
RH makes a set.
God dang.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't even.
Fitting on the 4th gen chassis, I don't know that.
Yeah.
So
Well.
get a set and hack them up if you want to, or
You down?
just get something that I got a sledgehammer. Just get something that these right here, you know they fit.
Yeah.
And exterior wise, the Hellcat motor, everything's going to sit in the same spot. So I'm not down with all that. I'll just put the right shit on it.
That's right. So. We're not going to take them with us because we're, as I told you, going to Florida. So I'm going to pay the man for these, and he's going to put them way the flip up there somewhere or over there. He's also got some wheels over here. I'm trying to convince him to give me one of his race packs.
Get out of here.
He's got like 10 race packs on all his things. And just to give you a preview of what ours, I don't know if we're going to go this crazy. Look at that rear end up there. But the race pack, I kind of want to do like a wheel setup like that on mine. And what do you I guess the back looks kind of high though, right? Like, how low do you think your back is?
So it's about a 4-inch drop, and the reason for that is I'd love to go lower. I'd love to go 6 in the rear, but with the custom 4-link suspension we did on it, it puts the front control arm brackets so low to the ground.
Yeah.
Because the angles of the brackets on the axle, angles of the brackets on the frame, they all have to be in a very specific spot. And I was so dead set on getting those in that spot. Didn't matter how low or how high they were off the ground. When I take a bolt out to make an adjustment, wherever that control arm goes, I can slide the bolt in, whether it's top, bottom, center, wherever I want to go with it. If it's not set up correctly, you're going to fight it.
Yeah.
You're constantly going to have to adjust the length of control arms and run those in links in and out. And every time you run an in link in and out, you might get it in the hole, but on the other side, it's going to take up a little slack. And every time you do that, you're going to get a little bit, your pinion angle and rear end alignment's going to get a little bit off every time. And that's what leads to major failures, vibrations. And the whole reason it's pretty much sitting right there. I got a vibration. I was going for a little bit better time than a 941.
Don't tell him you did the same thing I did.
Yeah.
He cracked his 90 in half too, and now he's down. So
yeah, it's sitting over there broken right now.
But I like the height and the way it looks though. So that's why I was like, I mean, it looks pretty good the way she is. So I got to figure out what drop we're gonna put on mine, I guess. But
so I mean, the way it sits right now, I'd love it to be level, but it simply does what it's supposed to do going down the track, other than braking transmissions. As far as the anti-squat and all that goes.
Hopefully we resolve that, because that's the other thing. Everybody keeps asking me, when are you going to go to the track, do another run? And I'm like, I'm figuring that crap out before I send it, because you already know how expensive those things are to replace.
I think I got it narrowed down to what happened on that pass. Ran that 941 pass. I was like, I think I can get a little bit, if I get a little bit better hole shot, get a little bit quicker, maybe, squeak out a 9.3, and took a bunch of measurements and, unloaded the suspension after I got it home, broken in my brand new trailer, leaking transmission oil everywhere. And as that rear end is shoving itself down into the track, especially on the big end, when it's really putting the power down, and that rear end's trying to stand up, it's that pinion angle was starting to pitch up, and at 2.5 inches of push down. It was up at 6 degrees, which is, it was a few degrees over the output shaft angle, and that was
enough to do it.
I really do believe that's what contributed to the failure. So I'm going to drop that pinion angle down a little bit. Try probably 2 degrees at first, and if I get any vibration at all,
let me out of it.
I'm not about the boosted motorsports program. It ain't no way.
Sending parts to the moon.
No way. Those Hellcat transmissions, they're not cheap, and I don't trust a used one. So
yeah, they're not cheap. One other thing too is, if you guys recall, we ended up taking, this is my axle out of my EcoDiesel. Pinion bearings failed, but I was thinking we ended up getting that truck, and this has a 321 in it. I don't even know if it has a limited slip in it, but we got 355s. And if you guys know, we put a built axle, which was just overkill for my EcoDiesel, but Jason had it sitting here, we threw it in. So what we're gonna do is I am going to get some new bearings. Jason's gonna swap out those new bearings, put all new bearings in this axle. This is gonna go back into the EcoDiesel. Sounds like a lot of labor, but hear me out. And then we're gonna take out the axle that's in the EcoDiesel, since it has a true track in it with brand new axles, bearings, and it's got a 355 in it. And that will go into this truck. That way we have a built axle going into this. So we got some plans. All right, so we're about to go for a ride in this, but I'm probably gonna make it a separate video, so you'll have to go check out that video if you want to hear and see us going for a rip in this monster. So she's supercharged, cammed, and it's definitely not a 5.7 anymore. Check it out. Truck's first time at Buc-ee's. We out here. It's like almost 1 in the morning. Me and her are going to get some food because it's either this or Whataburger. Check this place out. Just soda for days. They don't have these right now, otherwise we would have got them, but all kinds of things. All right, I'm officially gonna puke. Don't ever do that. We just spent $30 in Buc-ee's food, and we didn't even finish it all. Like, there's literally like a pound of fries that they give you. But that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, you guys. I'm gonna go crash out, and then we'll be headed towards Florida. So it's gonna be a bit of a drive, but if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. We didn't do too much, you know, we only did an oil change on this, but I talked a little bit about what we're gonna be doing to this truck, but probably make an official video. And you know, I'm kind of just traveling at the same time, so it's not like I'm just, you know, working on the truck. So kind of wanted to mix it in there, you know, give you guys a little update on what I'm about to do with the truck and all that stuff. And also I had to get it prepped to be able to drive that long drive. So but I will make a dedicated video telling you guys what my plans are for this thing. A lot of stuff on the way, actually. So we got a lot of cool parts that are already being shipped right now for this thing. So we'll be installing those, doing, you know, a bunch of driveway mods in Florida once I get down there. So a lot of cool stuff on the way, and then we'll get to, you know, some more intense mods later. You guys saw we got the long tubes as well that we already have. So those are going to be ready to go on as well. So thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video.